The hum comes first, low, rhythmic, like a breath through steel lungs. You open your eyes to darkness painted in soft red emergency light. The cryopod around you releases a long hiss as its seal breaks. Frost blooms in slow motion, evaporating into silence. There is no sound but your own breath. No voices. No welcome. Only the blinking green prompt on the inner screen. Wake Protocol, Sol-213. Crew status. Unknown. Your joints ache as you sit up. The cryo bay should be full. 5 other pods. Only yours is open. You check your vitals on the sleeve display. Heart rate elevated. Oxygen normal. Sleep cycle interrupted. You step onto the floor. The soles of your bare feet stick faintly to the polymer tiles. Outside the bay, the corridor flickers with intermittent power. Gravity is weak, artificial, not planetary. You're still in orbit. Somewhere nearby, Saturn turns in silence. You float gently toward the command station, pushing off walls worn smooth by human touch. There is a screen still active, drift velocity, hull pressure, radiation bleed from solar flare memory. But only one readout truly matters. Crew, 1 active. AI offline, black box, ready. You breathe in. You are not dead. You are not alone. But no one is answering. You float back to the central console, anchoring yourself with the Velcro straps that line the workstation wall. The black box is embedded behind an aging panel. You release it with a twist of the latch and slot it into the main console. The screen flickers, then glows steady green. Log recovery active. Crew logs, 213 sessions found. Last entry, Sol-187. There should have been logs every day. That's almost a month of silence. You begin playback. A chorus of voices echoes, distorted, half buried in static. Solar flare interference, knocked comms offline. Restart scrubbed again. He hasn't woken up. What if he doesn't? Something's off with the magnetometer. Orbit drift doesn't match the model. One voice cuts through. A woman. Familiar. We saw something on the dark side of Titan. She hesitates, then continues. It wasn't a ship. It was moving, but not orbiting, tracking us, watching. Then silence. You rewind it. You play it again. Still silence. That's where the recording ends. You make your way to the observation bay. The ship's spin is slow now. The artificial gravity barely holds. Saturn fills the viewport like a painted wall. Its rings shimmer with ancient collisions, rock and ice and time. You log the current drift rate. Thrusters are offline, fuel minimal. Solar recharge is weak. The craft is coasting on its last intentions. You scan the telemetry logs. Drift vector, stable. Rotation, slight wobble. External object tracking, data unavailable. You rerun the sensors manually. And that's when you see it. A shadow, not a signal, not a blip. A negative space, just off the edge of Titan's curve. It isn't large, but it isn't drifting either. It's holding position. And you're not sure if it's always been there, or just arrived. You begin searching the ship. One pod was cracked, another still sealed. No life signs. The third, empty. Signs of someone waking, moving, leaving. You check the logs. There's a manual override on the external hatch, 4 days ago. But no EVA suit is missing. You float to the main airlock and check the camera feed. The recording is corrupted. You can see only a flash, static and blur. Then black. The timestamp matches the day the log stopped. No exit warning was triggered, as if whoever left didn't go through the door. You return to the console. You check the outbound communication logs. The last attempted transmission was on Sol-213. It failed to send, but the draft remains. You open it. To Mission Control, Earth. If anyone finds this, we're still listening. It's not a technical failure. We're not just drifting. Something's out there, and it's not responding to hails. It feels like it's remembering us. Or waiting. We didn't bring it with us. We woke it up. Your breath fogs the glass. The console chirps. New signal detected. It's audio. Faint. Repeating. Not Morse. Not language. Just rhythm. Heartbeat-like. From beneath the rings. You run diagnostics on the shuttle capsule. Short range only. No atmospheric entry, but functional. Just enough for a survey pass near the rings. Or Titan. You check fuel. Oxygen, stability. It will be a one-way trip without guaranteed return. But staying means waiting for a rescue that isn't coming. The AI hasn't restarted. Life support is draining. You cue a backup log to send automatically. Drifting now. 3.6 clicks from Saturn's outermost ring, making descent toward unknown gravitational source. You suit up. The ship hums louder now, not in warning, almost in approval, like it knows. The shuttle detaches with a hiss and a sigh. You drift through Saturn's outer veil. Ice and rock shimmer past the window like falling stars. The signal is louder here, not audible, but present. You feel it behind your eyes, in your teeth, in your memory. It pulses with a shape. Not a word, not a command, just a question. You whisper, just once. What are you? The signal pauses and pulses back. You know. As you descend, the light fades, not into black, but into something deeper than black. You see it now. The object. It isn't a ship. It isn't built. It's grown from memory, from dust, from the radiation echoes of every ship that's passed this way. It mirrors your hull. It mirrors your voice. It knows who you are. You think of home, of Earth, of laughter in tin cans, of silence that never felt empty. The signal steadies. You are no longer drifting. You are held, not in space, in memory. And for the first time since you woke, you let go of the need to understand and rest.